Get ready to reclaim your life, discover inspiring stories, practical tools, and the path to true happiness. This is Reclaim Your Life with Irina. Let's begin the journey. Welcome to another episode of Reclaim Your Life with Irina. Today we're talking about, it is a solo episode, and we're talking about the transformative power of hobbies. See, I believe hobbies are not just for kids, they are for adults as well. And guess what? No matter how old you are, you still have the little 5-year-old inside of you waiting to come out and play. The question is, do you let them? You see, at the bright age of 36, I thought it was too late for me to start to learn how to sing. I got myself a voice coach. I also went to a music school. At first, I enrolled my kids into it to learn how to play the piano. And this didn't work out. So I said, why waste a good opportunity? Let me enroll myself. And yeah, I heard all those things from others, like, what are you doing? You're wasting your time. This is for kids. Like, you're already old. And I didn't listen to them. And I'm glad I didn't. I enrolled and I started taking voice lessons with my voice coach as well as the music school. And my primary reason for joining the music school is an opportunity to participate in recitals that they had twice a year, where I get to sing, I get to practice my skill, pursue my hobby. Little did I know, they also had, a couple of years later, they had a band. They did a big band and small band, and they formed a band of people to perform at a local place. Bitter End Rock Club in New York City is the oldest rock club in New York City that I got a chance to sing at, which was amazing, an amazing experience in and of itself. So I discovered through being in that school that there were other adult learners who were learning other instruments. I was a vocalist, and we also had a guitarist. We had two. First one was a retired high school teacher in his 70s who had better social life than I did. He had a gig every night of the week all over the country. He had the whole equipment that he traveled with, music sheets and everything like that. Then we had a dentist who was in his 50s. He started playing the guitar due to his son coming to the school and learning how to play. And so they went together. And he's also a great pianist, and he composes amazing pieces just from inspiration. And then the third one was a drum player who was a mom of two teenagers in her 40s. Getting all that anger and frustration out and stress into the drum, into the music, getting it all out. It probably feels so amazing. And then there was myself, a vocalist at 36 years old, realizing that I actually was the youngest of the group. Meanwhile, I thought it was too late to sing. It's never is too late. And so we went together, we rehearsed, practiced, and then there was a recital. So we got to play at Bitter End Rock Club in New York City. I could never have imagined that in a million years, but there it was, it happened. And been an incredible experience. This goes to say that doesn't matter how old you are, how young you are, it is never too late to pursue a hobby because you still have that little 5-year-old still inside of you. And it is your job to nurture that soul. It needs your attention. It needs the opportunity to express itself. And you got to give that opportunity. So if you ever wanted to start a hobby or try something new that you never tried before, don't delay. Go ahead, pursue that. Don't overcommit yourself, but try something. The worst regret of people who are on a deathbed is not trying something. So don't live your life with regret. Go ahead and try something. Try that, learning a new language, or cooking a new dish, or traveling, or doing, acrobatic skills, or singing, or painting, or writing poetry. Whatever it is that you always wanted to do, dedicate time to that. I wrote about practicing 10 minutes of joy in a book called Total Health that came out last year. And it's a simple concept, really. Practicing something that sets your soul on fire every day for 10 minutes or more a day. Imagine what it can do for you. It's like a bright spot in your day. If your day is so overwhelmed and so stressed, it's a release mechanism, a release valve for you that you can go ahead and practice, and something for you to look forward to. Picking a skill, picking a, a hobby, or picking an element that you like, that you can master over time. So for myself, this was singing, practicing singing 10 minutes or more a day. Or if you have more time, by no means go ahead and do that. But feed your soul with something pleasant, positive, that allows your soul to express itself, whether it's poetry, singing, writing, baking. And the more you do it, the better you become. Just like anything, there is a great book by Jeff Olson called The Slight Edge. It's basically improving yourself 1%. Today, do 1% better than you did yesterday. By the end of the year, you are 365% better than you are today. And it's not accomplished by going and spending 2, 3, 4 hours and then doing nothing. It is continuous repetition that you do day in and day out for at least 10 minutes or more, and see how your skill level improves, how your mastery level improves. Not only that, but you're gonna crush your stress. You're gonna feel less overwhelmed. You're gonna feel more alive. You're gonna start loving your life. Oftentimes we go through life and we just fulfilling our obligations and we tick boxes off and we perform certain tasks. But if we don't feel present, if we hate our job, if we hate our relationship, if we live in this miserable place and we don't have any kind of an outlet for us to explore anything outside of that, what kind of life is that? You could be living, your shell is living, you're performing things, but inside you feel dead inside because you're not practicing anything, you're not pursuing anything, you're letting your talent go to waste. And who knows what you might discover by trying. You can become more present with yourself, because when we are doing what we love, we can experience something called a state of flow. It is when time melts away and everything disappears. It's just you and your hobby. It's the thing that sets your soul on fire. It's your passion that you are working with and you're pursuing, that everything else disappears. You're practicing your craft. You're doing amazing, incredible things. And doesn't have to be huge. It could be something so simple. But if it nourishes your soul, if it fulfills you in some way, imagine how your life could improve by discovering that. So it's simple, really. If you get anything out of today's episode, is don't delay pursuing a hobby. Don't say that you are too young, too old, too busy, or whatever it is. Find the time to feed your inner child, to let them come out and play, so that you will feel more alive. You will feel more alive and in love with your life when you pursue a hobby. That's it for today's episode. Short and sweet. I believe that pursuing a hobby can allow you to reclaim your life as you become more present in your life, as you become more aware, and you get to practice the things that you love the most. No matter how busy you are, find the time for yourself to pursue something. If you always wanted to try maybe rock climbing, go ahead and do that. If you discover you don't like that, no worries. You can try something else the next day. But pick some kind of a skill or some kind of thing that you always wanted to do and give it a try for at least a week. See how you feel. If this is you or if it's totally wrong. And then pick something else the next week. But remember to feed your inner child and let them come out to play. You don't know what you discover. The things that could happen as a result of that, you can't even imagine yet. Like, I could not have imagined in a million years that I would be a podcast host. If I retract back, I think it all started with singing and Toastmasters. Toastmasters was another hobby I pursued that allowed me to open up my voice. But who knows what you can discover through pursuing your hobby. You can discover a hidden part of you, because we are this multifaceted individuals and we have so many sides of ourselves. What if you embrace all those sides? What if you discover the things that you love, that you enjoy? You become more of who you are, as opposed to being who other people want you to be, who other people think you should be. You will discover who it is that you are and what makes you alive, what makes you present in your life and enjoy your life. You will discover more about yourself. And in doing so, you would reclaim your life in that aspect. And reclaiming life is not about a certain thing, but what I'm sharing, what my hope is with this podcast, is to share with you not only the interviews of other people who have reclaimed their life, but also to share with you the tools, the tips, and techniques that allowed me to reclaim mine. And it's not to say, this is it. I'm just offering an opportunity to learn, to experience what it could do for you. Certain aspects like hobbies or being present or movement or forgiveness, all those things add a little drop in you reclaiming your life. If you practice them, if you allow yourself to experience the tools that are available to you, and those are simple tools that we take for granted often, imagine what it could be. Imagine how you can reclaim your life and be present and be alive and be in love with the life that you're living. In the end of the day, you came here to have a human experience. What kind of experience are you creating for yourself? What are you learning? What are you loving? What are you here to change? What kind of gift you have inside of you that you can share with others? And this is what you can discover through one aspect of it is pursuing your hobby and finding out what it is that sets your soul on fire, what it is that makes your heart sing, so that makes you feel truly alive. Thank you so much for joining me today. Remember, you're only one decision away from reclaiming your life. Next week, I'll be joined by Ramel Karal, who is an NLP trainer, business coach, father of one, and thinker of all the technical things. Join me next Wednesday and discover how Ramel had reclaimed his life. Have an amazing Thanksgiving if you're celebrating in the US. And remember, you're only one decision away from changing your life. Go do the hobby and let me know in the comments below what it is that you always wanted to pursue and how did having a hobby change your life. Let me know.